Hi guys, I hope you're all well and good. Today I'm going to be talking about how to do a basic sleeve pattern. If you've not watched my video on how to make a basic bodice pattern, I have the link right below this video. So today we're going to construct our sleeve pattern that is unique to your hand shape. Everybody has different hand shape. Yeah, we all have hands, but the shape of our hand, especially the bicep, is different. That is why it is important to construct your very own hand, or rather sleeve pattern. So without wasting time, let us go straight to my sewing board and let us construct our pattern. So I am here on my sewing board, or should I call it my pattern board. First and foremost, what are you going to need to be able to construct your simple sleeve pattern? You're going to need, of course, our rulers, this one, and our curved ruler. You're going to need your, what would I call it, a colored marker, of course your measuring tape, and of course your measurements all written out. What measurements are you going to need for this simple sleeve pattern? You're going to need a sleeve length. Sleeve length is from your arm to your ankle. That is what you're going to measure. You're measuring from your arm to your ankle. That is your sleeve length. And then you're going to need your bicep circumference. How do you get your bicep circumference? First, you will measure from your shoulder bone right here to your elbow, and then divide by 2 to get your biceps. This is your biceps. This is where you're going to be measuring your bicep circumference. I repeat, measure from your shoulder bone here. There's a shoulder bone right here. Measure from there to your elbow, divide by 2, and then whatever you get, you measure the circumference at that point. That is your bicep circumference. And of course, the last measurement is your wrist circumference. Not too tight, just okay. Measure your wrist circumference. So now, once you've got those 4 measurements, I repeat the 4 measurements, you need your sleeve length, you need your bicep circumference, you need your wrist circumference, and you need your shoulder to elbow measurement. That is so that you can get the bicep point. When you're done with that, write it down and keep it near you, because we are now going to start to draft using those measurements. There are a lot of videos online on how to do this particular measurement, but most of it has to do with the way we are taught in school. But most times, what you're taught in school does not really work well practically in real life. So this method I'm going to show you is what I use personally when I want to sew, and it has worked well for me. So once you have your pattern paper, this is my pattern paper, fold it into 2. You've seen me fold it into 2. Ensure that the length, the width of it, is your bicep. Excuse me. Make sure that the width is your bicep divided by 2 plus 2 cm. I repeat, make sure that your pattern paper, after you folded it, is your bicep curve divided by 2 plus 2 cm. If you're using inches, plus 1 inch is okay. 1 or 1.5 inches is okay for this thing. And then make sure that the length is the length of your shoulder to your wrist plus 4 cm or 2 inches. That is okay for it. The very first thing we are going to do, we are going to just draw a starting line. Place your ruler and just draw a starting line. You just want to know where we are going to start. Draw a line like so. And then get your tape measurement. We'll also measure from that line we've drawn down to your sleeve length. You have your sleeve length measurement. Measure to that place. My sleeve length is 54 cm. So I'm going to measure 54 cm. Remember, I'm measuring it on the folded side. 54 cm. And from that point that I measured, I'm going to measure my wrist circumference measurement divided by 2. My wrist circumference is 24 centimeters. Divided by 2, I get 12. So I'll just mark 12. At the point I had my sleeve length, I will mark 12. Now my bicep, remember we said our bicep is the shoulder to elbow measurement divided by 2. And my shoulder to elbow measurement is 30 cm divided by 2. My shoulder to elbow measurement is 36 cm. And divided by 2, I get 18. So I will measure 18 from here to here. I'll measure my 18 cm here. Good. Now we are going to, before we draw any other thing, we'll draw a grain line. Just at the edge of where you folded, just draw your grain line. At the very edge of where you folded your pattern paper, draw your grain line very straight. And then we are going to draw a straight line where we have my biceps. This is my biceps. And then we draw a line where we have my wrist measurement divided by 2. That's all. Now, on this bicep line, I'm going to get, remember my bicep circumference was 36 divided by 2. It was my bicep, my shoulder to my bicep is 18 cm. My bicep circumference is 36. Divided by 2, I get 18. So I'm going to measure from here to get 18 cm. That is my bicep circumference. So I'm going to measure 18 from here. And I'm going to add 2 cm. That is called sewing ease. So I'll add another 2 cm to it. That's 18 plus 2 cm. I mark it. Now, what are we going to do next? Take your ruler and just draw a straight line from where you started, from this point, to where you have your bicep circumference mark. Just follow me as I'm doing it. If you don't understand it, you could watch the video many times. That is all you need to do. That is all you need to do. After you've done that, take your tape, measure from there to where the point ends. I have here 27 and take the midpoint. So what I will just do is take my tape at this 27, fold it into 2 to get my midpoint. So that's my midpoint. So I'll just mark my midpoint right there. Please just follow me here. It's quite simple. Once you've gotten that midpoint, at that midpoint, I will come down 1.5 cm and just mark it. First, draw a line from the shoulder edge to where you have the bicep curve depth. Take the midpoint, mark it, come down 1.5 cm or half an inch if you're using your inches tape. And then take your curve. This is your curve. Then what you do for the front, just put it that way. We're now going to draw our curve. We're going to draw our curve from here to meet the drop down that we did here. Just draw it like so. And then turn again and draw the curve from inside to meet the end of this point. So we just do that quickly. So that is the curve of the front of your dress. Quite simple. That is the curve of the front of the hand. The back is not going to be the same like the front. So the simple thing you will do is that for the back, you still draw the curve, but it will meet where the line stops. This line, this mark here, not the drop down, just this mark. So just get your curve and just follow that first one a little bit until it gets to that place. So it's as simple as just draw that here. That's your back, and then turn it again from that same point to the end. So this is your back curve. This is your back curve. You know what? Let me get another. So you can now see that I've differentiated the front and the back with different colors, which is better now. So the blue one, that is the curve for the back part of your sleeve. This goes to the back part of your bodice. And this brown one, that is the curve for the front part of your sleeve. I think the next thing we need to do is to join the biceps straight to the wrist. To actually give you the shape of your sleeves. This particular method is very important for, especially when you're sewing suits. Even though there are other things that there's a special way you can also do the suit hand, but this works well for long sleeves and all that, even for short sleeves. It has worked well for me. So now the last thing I need to do, I think, is to mark my sewing ease. You're going to see why I need to mark it in a little while. My sewing ease was 2 cm, but I'll just mark mine here for 1.5 cm. 1.5 cm. You could use half an inch, but just do that mark there at the edge there. I'll show you why we are doing it, because we need to check it against our pattern. So once you're done with that, we're now going to cut it off. First, it's best to cut off the back side first, because you know the other side is inside. So cut off the back side first. So let's do that quickly. Just cut off the back side. Cut the side off. So I've cut the back. So after cutting the back, just open it up like so, and then you shape the front. So that's it. This is the back now. So let me just write it there back. This is the back part. And let me just extend the line. Now let's shape the front part. Just cut it along that line for the front. So that's our sleeve. That is our sleeve. Remember that I've marked the sewing ease. So the reason I did this is that once you finish making your sleeve pattern, it is always good to check it with your body pattern. So I have my body's pattern here. And the only way to check it is just bring your body pattern, drop it there, get your sleeve. This is the front. This is the front part of my body block. This is the front part. So it's going to be like this. That's the body block. This is the hand. And this is the front part. That's the front part. I've got my paper. So now, let's trace it. Start from the edge. Start from the edge like so. And just move it along. Move it along. Move it along. Move it along. Hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Move it along. Shift your hand, move it. Shift and move. So you see, I hope you're seeing. You see exactly where it ended. That is very much okay. So it's always good you check your sleeve pattern with your body's pattern to ensure that everything is okay. This is the front one. You can also check the back pattern. This is the back bodies. As I said, you can click a link below this video to be able to, see the way I made this body's pattern. Even if you're a beginner, you can follow it. It's very easy to follow. So let's trace the back too. It's the same way. Just start from there and then trace it. 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 So you see that there's a space here between the top where it ends and the ease. There's a big gap here. That is for you to be able to fix your sleeve and have movement. Your sleeve must not be exactly the length of your armhole. They must be at least half an inch or 2 cm for you to be able to fix your sleeve comfortably on your cloth. So we're done with the sleeve. Put your sleeves together with your body block. Label it. Don't forget to label it. And then pack everything in one place. Because you're going to use all this to do different styles. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations, you finished your sleeve pattern. If you followed my other video on how to make your bodice pattern, that is super. If you've not done so, you could watch the video and create your very own bodice pattern. We are making progress. That is good. So, if there's any question you have that has to do with this sleeve pattern, just drop your comments. As I always say, I am here for you, especially if you're learning how to sew. If you don't get it the first time, don't worry yourself. Just try it again. As long as you try it and try it, you will eventually get it. I use this very simple way. That is the way I use to sew my sleeves. And it works well for me. So try it and let me know in the comments, how did it go for you? Did it fit well? Do you have any challenges? Comment and I will give you the answers. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the patience. And I wish you a very, very happy sewing time. See you next time in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Ciao.